If you want more FIFA content from me, I'm now uploading exclusive videos to Patreon. The link for that is down below. And if you want to avoid the random lottery that is FIFA points, you can go straight to the source with u7buy.com. And of course, you can use the code TVM at checkout to get yourself a discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another player review. Foot birthday, Nick Pope. I don't like reviewing goalkeepers for several reasons, of which we'll get into quite quickly. But this is a goalkeeper with a difference. I would love to know, haven't done my research, whether there is a goalkeeper ever in FIFA with 5-star skills. I know Felipe Melo, an outfield player, was given a goalkeeper card back in, was it FIFA 15, maybe 16? He went in goal for his team in real life from, I think his keeper got a red card, they ran out of subs or something. He went in goal, I think he saved a penalty, and he got given a bronze inform, which was quite fun. But the thing about Pope is that 5-star skills this year are actually quite fun to use because there are a number of skills that are actually quite useful. The ball roll flick is quite nice to use. The heel to heel sort of sideways flick is only a 3-star skill move, but still looks really good. And there are a couple of other 5-star skills as well with Balassi flicks and such that you can do. And I thought, why not? I'm trying to build a team that is, I would say, kind of meta to a degree, but also very useful, that all have 5-star skills. So I'm trying to use as many Foot birthday cards as possible. You'll see the team in just a second, but it's actually a team not too dissimilar from the one that I went into Weekend League with last weekend. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, had to count, 5 of them have 5-star skills, which I think is quite nice. Now, in terms of a goalkeeper, let's talk about that first, because first and foremost, he is going to be there to stop shots. 87 diving, 88 handling, 85 kicking, 87 reflexes, 58 speed, which doesn't sound good, but for a guy who's 6'7", that's actually very good, and 88 positioning. Now, I've said it before, you may already know, I'll say it again anyway, do not put a chem style on your goalkeeper, no matter what you do, no matter who the goalkeeper is, I don't care what his name is, don't care the reasons behind it, do not put a chem style on the goalkeeper. As you can see, we get plus 10 in diving, handling, kicking, reflexes, and positioning, and we get a plus 5 on acceleration. So there is absolutely no need whatsoever to put a chem style on it because it just detracts away from other stats. So effectively, we've got 97 diving, 98 handling, 95 kicking, 97 reflexes, 63 speed, and 98 positioning. If you give him a wall or a cat or whatever, a glove, it'll be very one-sided. There's just no need for it. Now, that being said, as you can see, that's the team I've got him in right there. I did play with him up front for one game, and that game will be shown at the end of the clips. I did it because he's got 5-star skills. It would make sense to. You know, there's going to be a lot of clips here with me sort of passing him the ball, him coming out from the back. There are going to be a lot of clips of him messing up as well. I'm not just going to show you really good clips and tell you that he's the next Pele, because he quite literally isn't. Now, I recorded 2 games. What a save. I recorded 2 games with him last night. And as you saw at the beginning, I've played like 16 games since because I was trying to I did Bakayoko, got that finished, amongst a few other things. But that was one of the errors. But still, I played 2 games and he was sensational. He saved everything. He was such a good shot stopper. And I forgot to click record. So I was writing down all the clips and I was like, I'm so proud of this. I mean, he's actually really good and he's got 5-star skills. It's a really nice thing to have, as well as being a great shot stopper. And then obviously realised didn't have any of the clips, decided, well, that's it for me, I'm done, I'm going to record it tomorrow instead. Came on today to record it, played a load of games, and he was absolutely nowhere near as good as what he was last night. I don't know why. I don't know whether it was just a bit of luck. I mean, look at the state of that. That's just the skills. I will talk more about that in a second. But he was absolutely dreadful compared to what he was last night in terms of trying to stop shots. Conceded a lot more goals today than I did yesterday. I don't know what it is, really. I don't know what it's down to. Whether it was because he's just not that good and he just had 2 lucky games, or whether it's a case of goalkeepers are so inconsistent no matter who they are. Sometimes they'll be really good and other times they won't be that great. But the thing that I started doing a lot with him was trying to work myself out of a difficult situation. Rather than... This was me trying to skip a replay, by the way. I wasn't looking. Being 3-0 up, I took my eye off the ball. And then he managed to score. He did save the first one, to be fair to him. But what I was doing in the first few games, or not the first 2, because he had really good performance, but what I was doing like in the first 2 or 3 games that I had my second session, if you will, I was trying to run out from the back with him. And like this, basically. I was trying... I mean, this was one of the successful runs, but I was trying to run out from the back with him, and I was trying to take everybody on. And it's not what you should be doing. I mean, okay, you can do it for a laugh if you want. If you're 3-0 up, if you're 2-0 up, and if you're winning the game, your opponent doesn't feel that great. Yeah, why not do it? But that's not the positive way to use him. This is him as a striker out, starting up front for me. To be fair, right, considering he's probably got no... Oh, there we go. Actually, I've got his stats right here. Oh, no, I haven't. I'm lying. I could have looked at his in-games, because I think the in-games within the actual game itself show you how good he is in terms of passing and dribbling and shooting and such. But to be fair, considering he's a goalkeeper, he didn't feel like a goalkeeper. He felt like a terrible 75 rated 6'7" in form. I don't know if any of you watched... he actually scores here, believe it or not. Not there, which is where he should have scored. He has a second bite at the cherry when Amavi back heels it to him. And I mean, that's not a bad finish, to be fair. But I was so happy because I was trying for 81 minutes to score. He had so many chances to, like, break the back line. And obviously, because he feels like a beanpole, it just wasn't possible. But I did a review the other day, or the other week, of a player that felt like Peter Crouch, or I was trying to find Crouch. I think it might have been, was it Durich? Something like that. He didn't feel too dissimilar to him. Like, he wasn't like a million miles away from that card, which is unreal when you think this is a goalkeeper. But he's not bad at doing skills like a little bit here or there. And like I said, what I started doing was bringing him out from the back and trying to take everybody on. If you stop doing that and only use the skills when you absolutely have to. So when you pass the ball back to him, you're being closed down by the defender. If you've got confidence in your ability and you know what skill moves do what and you know how to use them, then you can get yourself out of a tricky situation with him, which I think is a fantastic attribute to have. Not forcing it and only using it maybe once a game if you need to. And that's only if you need to. That's actually quite handy and quite useful, and I didn't realise how much I would actually use that. There were several occasions where, okay, granted, I could have just booted the ball up the pitch and it wouldn't have been a problem, or tried to pass it out or whatever, but I tried to do like a sidestep, a step over, the fake shot when you stop and sort of do that little bring the ball back and send it forward again. That worked, and that clip is actually in the review as well. That worked quite nice. I actually really enjoyed that aspect once I stopped trying to run the length of the pitch with him. I gave up a few goals. I conceded a few where I shouldn't have, but that was me sort of testing the waters and seeing what I could get away with. His skills are quite bad for the most part, though. I mean, he just doesn't have any ball control. He's not agile in the slightest. And in terms of his actual goalkeeping ability, he's just quite inconsistent. But whether that's down to the fact that FIFA goalkeepers are just trash bags anyway, or whether Pope isn't very good, I don't know. You'll have to take a goalkeeper review like this with a pinch of salt. I'm kind of here more in a meme capacity to talk about the skills than I am to talk about his ability as a goalkeeper, because I genuinely don't know whether he's bad or not, because goalkeepers will feel differently to everyone. You know, I know someone who played with him and said he literally conceded every goal, every shot that was hit at him. I used him, like I said, last night for the first 2 games, and he saved everything. And then today, a new day, he was very inconsistent. He saved things I thought he would have conceded, and he conceded things that I definitely think he should have saved. So, yeah, it's a very hit and miss player, this. Is it worth it? I think for 50k, if you've got a little bit lying around, maybe, yeah. But there is another party bag SBC on the way, though. Whether it'll include Team 2 or not, I don't know. It should do, theoretically. I think it still contains shapeshifters and winter refreshers as well, unfortunately. But that is on the way. So if you are umming and ahhing, you don't know whether to do this, you don't have an awful lot in the club, I would probably save a fair bit back for that SBC. As you know, let's be honest, you are going to do it. I would imagine it's going to be more expensive than the first one though, if they're including Team 2, because Team 2 of Foot Birthday is far better than Team 1. But that being said, is this worth it? I think if you've got the surplus coins and or players knocking about, untradables in particular, it's good for a laugh if you like using skills. But in terms of practicality, if you have a better goalkeeper or a goalkeeper on par, then probably not, to be fair. I had relatively good fun with him, but only in sort of a, I'm going to put him up front and see if I can score a goal kind of way, really, more than I did sort of his shot stopping. But there it is. If you have enjoyed the player review, do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for you, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.